Thompson, recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank my friend for yielding. And, Mr. Speaker, this may be one of the last times I have an opportunity to address the current chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Mr. Camp from Michigan, and I just want to commend him for such a distinguished career in the United States Congress. He's been an honest broker on the issues. He's been a good friend, and I know all of us are going to miss him terribly when he decides to retire and go on to other ventures in his life, and we all wish him well. And, Mr. Speaker, I think all of us, it's safe to assume, not happy with this process for the fact that we're here again at the end of the year trying to do a one-year extension on expiring tax breaks that will be retroactive to 2014, mind you, and not paid for. This is a lousy way to run a tax code. It's a lousy way to run a government. I think individuals, businesses large and small, need greater certainty for the decisions they've got to make with their lives and their businesses, especially the investment decisions. And by doing things retroactively around here and maintaining that uncertainty in future years is not the right way to go. And also not paying for it. I think there are opportunities, and certainly the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget laid out a whole list of potential pay-fors that if we had real interest, we could have very easily have scrubbed the code to find some offsets to pay for the $40 billion cost that this one-year extension has today, rather than just adding it to the debt and deficit in our country. We've got to do a better job at that. But if this also means we have an opportunity moving into the next year of being serious about comprehensive tax reform, something that's long overdue, and again with the leadership of the Ways and Means Committee, Mr. Camp, in introducing his discussion draft proposal earlier this year, so a lot of the groundwork has been made, then this might be the pressure that we need and for this body to do what's long overdue, and that's reform an antiquated tax code to make it more fair, to make it more simple, to make it more competitive in the global environment. And I think that's a goal that, again, hopefully we share, and it might be an avenue of bipartisan cooperation as we do move forward. I continuously hear small business owners back home, farmers, about the need for greater certainty and the need to revamp. You have an additional 30 seconds? I thank the gentleman. And the need to revamp a tax code that has outlived its usefulness. It is riddled with inefficiencies. It's riddled with certain expenditures that have been included in it throughout the years due to powerful special interests who know how to work the halls of Congress to get their special provisions in it, and who we're leaving behind are hardworking families back home, the small businesses on the main street who can't hire their legion of lobbyists out here to protect their interests or to get their special provisions in. So as we move forward, hopefully this will be one of those areas that we can find some common ground, do what's right for our nation, that would help jumpstart the U.S. economy and put us in a much more competitive place when it comes to the global economy at the same time. I reluctantly support it. I think we could have done a better job, but I think it's also important for policy reasons to maintain these tax provisions until we get a chance to do comprehensive reform around here. And I yield back my time.
The gentleman yields back the balance of his time.